Hello friends, once again welcome to Abhyaas Training Institute. As you know, in last video we have seen overview of Simulink, in which we have discussed about Simulink editor and how we can open a block library and all the basic stuff. So, and we have also built a very simple first Simulink program where we have tried to add it to number 10 and 15, 10 and 5, and we got result 15. Okay, so I think you have tried that as well. So let's move forward, and in this video what we will do, we will discuss about sources and sink. So let me just give you a definition of source. Source is something that gives us a information, that generate a information. Sink is something where we can display that information in human readable form. For example, scope, plot, graphs, this kind of stuff. And source is like if we are trying to generate a clock, any sine wave, any constant, there those are sources. Okay, so this is the basic definition of sources and sinks. So let's see how they looks and how we can use in MATLAB Simulink. So let's go to the MATLAB. Okay, so I have already opened the Simulink model that we are working. Okay, so let me just close this one. Okay, I will delete this. So what we have to do, we have to open our library browser. Let's pin it so it will not minimize. So when you go to the Simulink, then you can see there's a sink and source. So sink come first, then come the source. So, but what we will do, we will go to sources first, just opposite. Yeah, so here you can see, I will just give you the overview. We have a constant, we have already used that constant, means if we want to add some constant value, or we are having some result, then we want to use some constant. So this is the uh, signal or source where we will get a constant. Okay, and this clock, this one clock and this digital clock, it will give us a real-time simulation clock. Okay, means like if we are going to run a simulation for 20 seconds, then it will show like how much time that Simulink has been done. So you might be thinking for 20 seconds it will take a 20 second. No, it's not like that. When you build a very complex program, it will take a lot more time regarding that, but the exact time will be a 20 second. So on the graph or in a sync, you will be see the overall time is 20, but to process that 20 second, MATLAB or your system will take a time. Okay, so that is how we can monitor time over there. So what we can do, we can take our digital clock. So this is our source where we will get the information of digital clock, and regarding the sync means where we can show the signal. So it is going to generate a signal, then where we can display it. So we have a display for this. You don't want to see that on a scope. You can do, but it's not necessary. So what I will do, I will connect over here. How we can connect, I have already seen. And if we will run it, yeah, you saw that it was 0, then like this one. Okay, so we will go to source again. Let's try to generate a simple sine wave. We have a pulse generator, ramp generator, input, output. Yeah, this ground we will be using same space where we will be building a electrical signal. Then this is the input if you are working with a subsystem, and the subsystem is a very interesting and a very important topic that we have to know. So we will be discussing about that. So what I'm trying to say, source and sinks, those are very important and you should go through them one by one. So here what we are having a signal generator. Okay, then we are having a sine wave. So if you double click on signal generator, you can see the information. So in signal generator, you can define amplitude and frequency and then unit what you want. And in sine wave, what we can do, we can have all the parameters related to phase, biasing, amplitude, frequency, everything you can define over there. So what I will do, I will take a signal generator and we are going to generate a sine wave, then we will display in scope. We are not going to use XY graph. Okay, and floating scope is something where you don't have to connect this with a wire. If your system is too much complex and you don't want to use a wire, then you can use floating scope. So here what we will do in a signal generator, let's sine wave, use Simulink time. This is the frequency and we will change it to hertz. Okay, amplitude, let's change it to 2. Then click OK, then we will open it. Then we can run the simulation. How we can run? Okay, let's move it over there, this one here, then we can run the simulation. And you can see then we have generated a sine wave. So we have put frequency 1 Hertz means 20 cycles should be there, okay? And if we change the frequency, let's change to 20. And we can apply, we can click on OK, then try to run it. And we can open a graph. Okay, so here you can see the frequency has been changed. Okay, so, and if we do 1 by 20 means 0.05, I guess, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so we will get a 1 cycle over there. You can see, so we are getting 1 cycle of sine wave. So this is how we are generating from a signal generator, okay? And but if we want to use a sine wave, so we have taken a source, then we have to take a, okay, or we can take a floating scope. My point is this, why we should discuss it right now, because we will be having a different video for scope, so we will discuss that there. I am going to delete this one and we will use scope again. And let's see, and here you know what we are having. We don't have, we cannot change that, okay? So for 1 Hertz, what we can do, we can take it 6.28, I guess, right? That will be 1 Hertz and amplitude will be 2. Okay, and we can click on OK and let's try to run this one. So now you can see the overall cycle will be same as we got there. So this is how we can generate a sine wave. So both are the same, but here you can see what we are having. We are having amplitude, then we are having a biasing phase as well. We can shift via phase, then we have a sampling time if we have any. Okay, so we can define all the things over here. So this is how source and sink work. And now here what we are having a two workspace, means if we want to save any variable from Simulink to your editor, MATLAB editor, then we can do in a source. What you can see what we are having, yeah, we have from workspace if you want to read any variable, and if you want to read any mat file from there, then yeah, we have a signal builder, signal editor, so a lot of stuff are there and we will be discussing them separately when we need it. Okay, so this is about the overview of source and sink. So let's see you in the next video where we will be discussing about scope, how you can work with scope, how you can put multiple signal in one scope. We don't have to use two scope for this purpose. We can use a SAM. Okay, so we will discuss that in the next video. This is enough for this video. Thank you, friends. Thank you for watching this video.